Good morning, students. Welcome to your moral science class. We were discussing the chapter Life and Death, and we will be taking up sections 3, 4, and 5 today. So, section 3 begins where Baha'u'llah says, and now concerning thy question regarding the soul of a man and its survival after death, know thou of a truth that the soul, after its separation from the body, will continue to progress until it attains the presence of God in a state and condition which neither the revolution of ages and centuries nor the changes and chances of the world can alter. It will endure as long as the kingdom of God, His sovereignty, His dominion and power will endure. It will manifest the signs of God and His attributes and will reveal His loving kindness and bounty. So basically, Baha'u'llah tells you that if we need to answer the question regarding the survival of the soul after the man's death, that the truth is that the soul after the separation from the body will continue to progress. It will continue to grow and attain the presence of God. It will become like God in a state and condition which neither the revolution of ages means change of time nor the changes in world can change. Alter means change. It will survive as long as the kingdom of God, His sovereignty, His domination over the world will survive. It will take in itself the signs of God and His qualities and will reveal, it will show God's loving kindness and treasure. Bounty means treasure, khajana. So question number 1, what is the separation of soul and the body called? It is called death. How long will the soul progress? Till the dominion and power of God will endure, right? Till the dominion of power and God will endure. What are the attributes and signs that the soul will manifest in the other world? It will manifest the signs of God and His qualities and will reveal God's kindness and treasure. It will reveal God's kindness and treasure. The next question, does the soul continue living after death? Yes, the soul continues living after death. Now the next question, the above words of Baha'u'llah imply that the soul will attain the presence of God. True. The soul's condition will be affected by the changes of this world even after death. No. False. The kingdom of God will last forever. True. The soul has the capacity to manifest the qualities of God like loving kindness and generosity. True. The state of the soul after death is more exalted than the state in the world. That is very true. It grows, it starts progressing after death. Now section 4 again, quote of Baha'u'llah. Know thou that every hearing ear, if kept pure and undefiled, must all times and from every direction hearken to the voice of the uttereth those holy words. Verily we are God's, and to Him we shall return. The mysteries of a man's physical death and his return have not been divulged and still remain unread. By the righteousness of God, were they to be revealed, they would evoke such fear and sorrow that some would perish, while others would be so filled with gladness and wish for death and beseech with unceasing longing that one true God exalted by His glory to hasten their end. See, he said to people who can every hear, and if your purity of hearing is uncorrupted, undefiled, to corrupt, to make ugly, must all times and from every direction hearken to the voice uttered by the holy words. Verily we are God's, and to Him we shall return. They will believe that we belong to God and we will return to Him. The mysteries of man's death and his return to God has been kept a secret, not been divulged, and still remain under and still has not been written down. Why? Because the God is righteousness. If it was revealed, someone will get scared and die, and others would want to get near to God so quickly that they will also want to die at that moment to get God's glory, and they will try to quicken. Hasten means to quicken therein. Death proffereth unto every confident believer the cup that is life indeed. It bestoweth joy, and is the greater gladness, if conferreth the gift of everlasting life. As to those that have tasted the fruit of man's earthly existence, which is recognition of the one true God exalted by his glory, their life hereafter is such as we are unable to describe. The knowledge thereof is with God alone, the Lord of all worlds. What does the second paragraph say? Death comes to every believer and it gives it cup of life. It fills it with joy and makes it glad. It also gives the gift of everlasting life. Right? So, death gives you everlasting life. That's the basic idea. As to those who have tasted the fruit of man's earthly existence, which is the recognition of our true God. Basically, purpose of our coming into this planet Earth is to understand the existence of God, His glory, and something that His Highness that we are at times unable to describe. So all the knowledge is with God and God Himself. To mark true or false, the soul of a man comes from God and will return to Him. True. Man's physical death is a mystery. True. The mysteries of death were revealed, everyone would be filled with fear. True. If they were revealed, everyone would long for death. True. If for the true believer death is life, absolutely correct. All knowledge of life after death is with God, absolutely true. Death is the bearer of gladness, right? The mysteries of death have been revealed and are read by all, false. It is important for us to know about life after death, true. No, it is important for us to know life about death, no, it is false. So fill in the blank spaces. The mysteries of death have not been written down, so nobody has heard about it. I think the rest can be done by you easily. We'll take up the other section some other day. Right now, it's time to say goodbye. See you next week in my next video. Which will be sent you in the next week. Goodbye.